Title: Herbal doesn't mean harmless. Lena was 35 years old and lived in Nairobi. She believed in living a healthy life, but not in the usual way. She didn't trust hospitals or painkillers. "Why take chemicals," she often said, "when nature gives us everything we need?" Every morning, she started her day with a hot cup of green detox tea. It smelled like mint and lemon and made her feel fresh. For breakfast, she added chia seeds and a spoon of honey mixed with ginger. Her kitchen shelf was full of herbs: garlic oil for colds, turmeric shots for pain, clove water for toothaches, herbal pills for sleep. Everything was labeled ancient remedy, plant-based, or natural healing. That made her feel safe. "Plants can't hurt me," she thought. "They grow from the ground." Even when she had a headache or cramps, she skipped modern medicine. "Warm cinnamon water will fix it," she would say. At night, she sipped calming herbal tea to help her sleep. She didn't check the ingredients. "It's natural," she thought, "so it must be fine." Her friends admired her lifestyle. They asked for tips. "What do you take for stress?" someone asked. Lena smiled and said, "Ashwagandha and a little lavender oil." But behind her smile, small signs were showing: rashes, dizziness, sharp stomach pain. She blamed it on stress, sleep, or the weather, never her herbs. What Lena didn't know was this: natural things can be powerful too. And power, without knowledge, can be risky. Her body was trying to warn her, and soon she would have no choice but to listen. She bought more herbs online, some from local shops, others from the US, India, and China. The more she read, the more she bought. "Ashwagandha is good for stress," she told herself. "Licorice root helps hormones. Kava calms the nerves. I need all of them." Soon her kitchen shelf looked like a mini herbal pharmacy. But after a few weeks, her skin began to break out. Big red patches on her arms and face. She looked in the mirror and frowned. "Maybe it's just heat," she thought. "Or maybe the ginger is too strong." Then her stomach started cramping. At first, it was just after tea. Later, even plain food made her feel bloated or sick. Then came the dizziness. It happened while she was at work. One minute she was typing, the next, her head spun. She grabbed the table to steady herself. "I need to drink more water," she whispered. "Maybe I didn't sleep well last night." She didn't tell Anyana, not her boss, not her friends. She blamed work stress, not her teas. "I'm just tired," she told herself again and again. Her body was giving her small warnings. But Lena trusted her herbs more than her own symptoms. She kept adding new pills, teas, and powders. She never thought to check how they worked together. She never thought to ask a doctor or herbalist. To Lena, the answer was always more plants, more healing. But the body is like a machine. Too many parts added without care can cause it to break. And Lena was about to find out just how hard that break could be. She had skipped dinner the night before her stomach hurt too much. As she reached for the kettle, her vision went blurry. The room spun, her knees buckled. Lena collapsed on the floor. The next thing she knew, she was lying in a hospital bed. Her head hurt. Her arms had tubes in them. A nurse smiled gently and said, "You're awake." Later, a doctor came in. He asked in a serious voice, "What medications are you taking?" Lena blinked. "None. I don't use drugs," she said proudly. "Just herbs and teas. They're natural." The doctor looked concerned. He wrote something on his chart. "Natural doesn't always mean safe," he replied. The tests came back. Her liver was in stress, working too hard to filter everything she'd been putting in. Her blood pressure was high from one of the energy herbs. Her sleep tea had slowed her heart rate too much, mixing badly with other ingredients in her system. Some herbs had clashed with certain foods in her diet, creating toxins. The doctors told her, "Herbs are powerful. Some are safe alone but dangerous when mixed. You've been taking too many, too often, without knowing how they react together." Lena sat up slowly in her hospital bed. Her hands were cold, and her mouth was dry. She felt weak and confused. Lena looked down, embarrassed. "I thought I was doing the right thing," she whispered. "I just wanted to stay healthy, naturally." The doctor nodded. "I know, and you're not alone. Many people believe that if something is natural, it must be safe. But that's not always true." She leaned in slightly. "Many plants have strong effects on the body. Some can hurt your liver or heart if you take too much, or if you mix them with other herbs or foods." Lena's eyes widened. The doctor continued, "Others can react with medications or change how your body works. Even a small thing like tea can become dangerous if used the wrong way." Then she added softly, "Natural does not always mean safe. Hemlock is natural. So is poison ivy, and they can be deadly. Even helpful herbs like ginger, ginseng, or valerian must be used with care." Lena felt a knot in her chest. She had always rolled her eyes at people who ran to the hospital for every little thing. She thought she was smarter, stronger. But now she realized she had been guessing with her health. She looked up. "So, what should I have done?" The doctor smiled kindly. "Ask. Talk to professionals. Talk to trained herbalists. Doctors who understand both natural and modern medicine. Herbs can be good, but only if used the right way." Lena nodded slowly. Her face was warm with shame, but her mind was finally clear. She thought, "I was trying to be healthy, but I forgot to be careful." Back at home, Lena stood in front of her kitchen shelf. It was filled with jars, bottles, and colorful packets from all over the world. Green powders, sleep drops, detox teas, and capsules labeled natural energy. She stared at them for a long moment. Then, she picked up a bag of slimming herb tea and read the label again. No dosage, no ingredients she could understand, just promises. She sighed and dropped it in the trash. One by one, she began clearing the shelf. Some things she kept, like chamomile for sleep or ginger for cold, but only after checking them online and asking her doctor if they were safe. She made a list of what to ask next time. Before, Lena would order anything with words like plant-based, ancient recipe, or miracle herb. Now, she asked better questions. What's the safe dose? Will this affect my liver or heart? Has this herb been tested or studied? She didn't feel silly asking anymore. She felt smart. Instead of random blog posts and ads, Lena started reading real health articles from science-based websites and medical journals. She even followed a podcast by a doctor who talked about herbs and natural healing, explaining both their power and their dangers. She also found a certified herbalist nearby. Not someone selling powders online, but someone trained in both traditional and modern medicine. Together, they talked about which herbs were helpful for her stress, sleep, and energy. The herbalist worked with her doctor to make sure everything was safe. Lena began to notice something. She didn't just feel healthier, she felt wiser. Her skin started to clear, her energy returned. No more dizzy spells, no more stomach cramps. But more than anything, she felt proud. She wasn't afraid of herbs, she still believed in nature's power. But now, she respected it enough to ask questions. She had learned to mix wisdom with wellness. One day a friend asked her what happened. "I used to think natural meant safe," Lena said. "Now I know it means powerful, and power must be used wisely." Lena's story is a reminder to the world. Natural things can be powerful, but power needs wisdom. Today, many people want to live naturally. We drink herbal teas, use plant oils, chew roots, and follow remedies shared online. From Nairobi to New York, Delhi to Dubai, natural health has become a global trend. And it's not wrong. Many herbs really do help the body. Some fight infection, others support sleep, digestion, or energy. But natural is not the same as safe. Hemlock is natural, so is poison ivy, so is mold. They come from nature but can hurt or even kill. Even common herbs like St. John's wort or licorice root can raise blood pressure or interfere with medicines. Some teas can cause liver damage if taken too often. And when we mix many herbs without understanding them, we risk real danger. Lena didn't mean to harm herself. She thought she was being healthy, but she forgot something important. Even water can harm you if you drink too much. Balance, wisdom, and guidance matter. The real power of natural health comes when we learn how it works. So what should we do? Always ask professional herbalists, doctors, nutritionists. Read real medical articles, not just ads or social media tips. Learn about dose, effects, and how herbs interact with food or drugs. Don't take 5 or 6 herbs at once, just because they all say detox or energy. Listen to your body and stop when something feels wrong. Natural health is a journey, but it's not one you should walk alone or blindly. Be curious, ask questions, trust experts, care for your body the right way, because your health deserves more than guesswork. Lena found wisdom through her mistake. Now, you don't have to make the same one. Be smart, be safe, be balanced. Follow for more real-life lessons. Subscribe for more simple health stories.